When can you know if it's a boy or a girl? Well, it depends on the country that you live in. Like, I'm from India, and in India, it's not allowed to know if it's a boy or a girl, and you will get to know after delivery. So, but if you are outside of India in a country where it is allowing to, it's okay to check, in that case, there are a variety of ways that you can come to know. So, there is one way that you can get to know by ultrasound. So generally by 16 week, I would say, is a perfect time to know if it's a boy or girl. 16 week onwards it starts becoming clear, but the perfect time is 20 weeks, because by that time organs are all formed nicely and it's so clear, the water around the baby, that you can see it clearly that if it's a boy or a girl. Second of all, some people would, even doctors would tell the patients, okay, you know what, I think it's a boy, very early on, like 12 weeks, 13 weeks. And sometimes they will say it's a girl, and then what happens is that, it is not that. And that's because even for, if it's a baby girl, their clitoris, as in that the organs down there, are sometimes very thick and they look almost like a male. So hence it's important that nobody determines sex at that age, and only at anatomy scan, that is 20 weeks, they will comment officially. 16 weeks is good enough, but some girls will have clitoromegaly and it can look like a boy at that time. That doesn't mean that she's not a girl. It will all eventually by 20 weeks and by delivery time become normal. So, and the other ways of knowing if it's a boy or girl is by doing karyotypes, like if you are doing an amniocentesis or a CVS to know the genetics, like the 3 anomalies in the baby, especially if you're older, you will get to know by that. Now in countries like UAE, we have a test called NIPT, that is non-invasive prenatal test, wherein you can know the boy or girl, but these tests are not done to do boy or girl. They are done to see if you have your baby has 3 main chromosomal defects, like Edwards, Patau and Downs. It's only for those, and it also will show you the sex of the baby. So it's only for those things, and some patients will do this test to know if it's a boy or girl. Now, what I'm curious is, why do you want to know if it's a boy or girl? Like, before ultrasounds, we didn't even know that, and we didn't care about it, right? And there is so much drama around having a boy or a girl. So explore that, why you want it. Like when I was pregnant, my consultant told me at around 12 weeks that it's a boy. And I was like, oh, that's nice, it's a boy. And then I did the NIPT test because of my age, and then I found out it was a girl. I really cried. I cried for a day. I really felt bad. And I didn't feel bad because I didn't want to have a girl child, but because my brain was like, oh my God, I'm going to have a girl and my poor girl is going to suffer for lifetime the way I suffer, or how women everywhere suffer. So that was my brain. My brain was like telling me, you should have a boy because boys have it easy. This is what I'm thinking. Like, I wanted to protect already the unborn boy that I was having, as if that is safer, but that's not true. It's not safe for anyone in the world. Whatever child you have, boy, girl, or some other sex, it's still not safe outside if you choose to believe that. But if you choose to believe that no matter what happens, I'm gonna be like the best mom and I'm gonna take care of this human being no matter what, then none of it would matter. Some patients would use different stories, and they use it because they have heard other women use these stories. So they would use, like, I want to do shopping, and it's legit. Yeah, you want to do shopping. So they will come in urgent care to know the sex of the child because suddenly they decided, and they come. Then they want to know, and then they try to come and ask us. And sometimes we see it, we tell them. Sometimes we don't, we just say no. But that's something which your brain will obsess around if you decide, okay, I want to decide what to buy. So I'm sure you can wait till 20 weeks, and that's when you can definitely know. And you can do all the shopping after that. But know the urgency that your brain is creating. Why you want to know if it's a boy or girl. And are you okay if that is not the case? What if the doctors were wrong? Then what, right? So then it just becomes a story that, like, you will still love your kid, but then it will just become a story that you would tell the world. Like, I have patients who have told me that, doctor, they told us it's a boy, and then it turned out, but Jesus came into my dreams and he said it's a girl, and it was a girl. So there are so many stories. And you cannot change the sex of the child once you're pregnant. So if you are someone whose husband is telling, okay, do this, do that, and then you will, no, it doesn't work that way. What the baby is, what it is. It's all pre-decided when the genes met, and that's how it is. Okay, so you can't change it anymore. So are you gonna be the best mom or what?